Hey everybody. We have a Banlist update tonight. A lot of people predicted that YCS Houston was going to be the one to have a Banlist update. And honestly, I'm glad that they're doing Banlists like this now, where they're showing it at the end of a YCS. I think this is way, way better than how it was before, where it would just come out of nowhere and not one person would be prepared. So I'm glad. I'm really glad they're doing it this way. And a lot of people predicted it would be this one and not the one in May because May is a little far away, and April seemed like it was the right time. It was just the right time to drop the ban list. Okay, so obviously I am doing this live, relatively speaking. I have the thing paused, but I have not seen anything beyond this point. So I am in just a suspense here. I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can. So let's go over it now.
On April 7th, and I have the next Forbidden Unlimited's cards list right here. So, I've been trying to tell you all weekend about the new Forbidden Unlimited's card list, and there's a lot to go over, so lock in. First, following cards are now unlimited. Cyberjar,
Yep.
Danger Jackalope, and Danger
Yeah,
Tsuchinoku.
yeah, that's fine.
Ava, and Performapal Monkey Boy.
Yeah, that's fair. These cards were all at 3 previously, so it makes sense.
Next, the following cards are now semi-limited. There's a number of them moving in both directions, so let's start with the cards moving from limited. They are Black Dragon Collapse Serpent and White Dragon Wyver Burster.
That's fair.
Morphing Jar,
Morphing Jar.
Unchained Soul of Shrivara.
Oh, that's coming back too.
Snake Eye Ash,
Whoa.
and Snake Eye Poplar.
Oh, whoa, they're putting
The
those
rest
at
of the
2?
semi-limited cards were previously unlimited, and they are X-Ryziel, Ice Ryziel, Sword Ryziel, Malice P. Dormouse, Malice P. White Rabbit, and Malice in Underground.
Okay, there's a lot to come over here. I'm going to pause right now. So, the cards that went to 3 or cards that were previously at 2, and honestly, they could have gone it. I'm not a fan of Eva in general. I'm not a fan of that card, but Drytron hasn't really done much of a thing whatsoever, so whatever. I'm not a fan of the card, but whatever. I primarily play Master Duel these days anyways, and whenever they do their ban list updates, it's like late at night, so I can't really live react to those. And I feel it's a little late. I'm not a fan of just doing like reactions after the fact, like the following day. I'm not a fan of doing that. I as much as I would like to do that. So many of them have came and went, and I think it's a bit too late to start now, anyways. I mean, I've been doing TCG banlist updates. I mean reactions for literal years at this point. So yeah, for quite some time. But yeah, there's a bunch of semi-limited cards here. I've not played against Raziel too much. I've only played against him maybe like 2 or 3 times. They're not on Master Duel, obviously, so my experience is elsewhere. Fine. I'm not overly familiar with them to know if these are good hits. But 2 of them, that's fine. I mean, 3 of any of these is a bit much, so. But I thought they were going to be limited. One of them would have been limited, but that's fair. The 2 dragons coming from 1 to 2. Dragon Links. That's something Dragon Links like. So, Malice Peep Dormouse was actually hit in the OCG list update recently. So, I'm not surprised that Dormouse got hit, but it is put at 2 as opposed to, I think they put it at 1 for OCG. White Rabbit going to... I don't know anything about Malice, so I don't know how impactful these hits are, but less of them, I guess. Ash and Poplar going from 1 to 2 is a little scary. It depends on what they banned and what they limited. Ash is a really good card. It tutors Poplar, which in turn special summons... Poplar special summons itself with its effect, and then it tutors a Snake Eye spell and trap card. And when Poplar is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can put it in your back row. And Ash can send itself in another card to summon a Snake Eye from the deck. Ash was a really, really powerful card, so it got limited to reduce the amount. It gonna depend if they actually hit Bonfire or even banned it. So that could be possible. A Poplar going to 2. Poplar's not as much of an issue, but I'm not a fan of it going from 1 to 2. It depends what they hit or banned. I mean limited or banned. And as for Shavara, the engines, the Unchained engines only played like one Savara anyways, so whatever. I mean, 2 Savaras, it's fine. Savara was a really nasty card in like Ubel and stuff, but Ubel is not nearly as good as it once was, so Savara going to 2, whatever. And I'm not familiar enough with Malice in Underground to really say anything. I mean, I know it's a field spell, but I don't know much about it. So, let's move on. I know Malice is like free monsters and stuff, but whatever.
Limited cards.
Oh boy.
3 cards have been moved from forbidden to limited.
Oh, they're unbanning cards.
You may have seen a couple of these in the Quarter Century Stampede unboxings a couple days ago. And I would highly recommend that you go check those out right after this. The returning cards are Mathmech Circular.
Oh shit, Circular's coming back. Brilliant Fusion.
And Masterpiece.
Yes!
Draco Slaying King.
Yes, thank God. Okay, Maxi did not get unbanned. A lot of people saying, "Oh, Maxi's gonna get unbanned because it got reprinted." No, it's not. No, they should never bring that card back. No way. But these 3, yeah, I'm not a fan of Circular. I think Circular was a mistake in card design. I don't like it very much. If they ban like, maybe if they ban like a card like Splash Mage or what's the card they usually dump with Circular? Sigma, I think. And I mean, if they hit any of those, I mean, whatever. That's one way to deal with it, I guess. But not a fan of Circular. Just not a fan of 1-card combos like Circular, which is funny because there's probably a lot of 1-card combos I actually like. I'm just as biased. Brilliant Fusion going to 1. That had to happen eventually. Like, Brilliant Fusion's not that crazy anymore. It's still powerful, but not crazy. Like, that absolutely had to come back to 1 for a while now, especially with the new Gem Knight stuff. And Masterpiece coming to 1, finally. Fucking finally. It took this long for Masterpiece to finally come back. Yeah, so True Draco might actually be a factor again. I don't know. I'm just glad the fucking card got unbanned finally. It already got unbanned on Master Duel anyway, so the excitement faded a bit. True Draco can be fun to play on Master Duel, but it's pretty evident it's not as good as it once was. Like, Masterpiece is a pretty good card, but True Draco is not as good as it once was. Like, so many decks just run it fucking over like nothing. So, yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if they put Masterpiece at 3. Or Diagram at 3. Diagram is still limited, if I remember correctly, in the TCG. So.
The rest of the newly limited cards were previously unlimited. And they are Bystial Druisworm.
Druisworm got limited. Good. That's not a card that should be in multiples. I'm fine with that.
YGO Detonator.
Detonator got limited. Neat. Okay, that's neat. I think people wanted that card banned, but limit. Fine.
Bonfire.
Oh, they limited Bonfire. There you go. That's the reason. They limited Bonfire. That makes sense. Bonfire had to need the limit so bad. So, Bonfire getting limited, perfectly fine.
Crossout Designator.
Oh, shit. Crossout Designator, Triple Tactics Talent. Okay, Crossout Designator is huge. That is actually kind of huge. It sucks for Metaphys players because I know they love that card. But Crossout Designator is just... It's such a dumb card, man. This card is just used to just lock out... this card is just used to make sure that you win the game. Like, it gets rid of a problematic hand trap or anything else that, you know, Called by the Grave can't actually tackle. Crossout Designator is just real stupid. So putting it at 1 makes total sense. Triple Tactics talent getting limited, I'm fine with that. I am perfectly fine with that. Not a big fan of running multiples of talents anyways, because it's a little restrictive of when you can use it. But putting it at 1, totally fine. Perfectly fine.
Triple Tactics talent and Dimension Shifter.
Dimension Shifter got limited. Okay. That's huge. A lot of people want this card banned, and you know what? Yeah, this card is ban-worthy, but limit, that's fine. I don't like having to play around like a single shifter existing, but this card is just so hard to interact with at times. So reducing the amount of times it shows up is better, but I would much prefer it be banned. I think it being banned would make way more sense. But Dimension Shifter getting limited is a start. It's a start. I don't know where Bestial... I don't know if Bestial Mega Hut is already limited in TCG, but Dresworm getting limited, that's fine by me. That's fine by me.
Finally,
alright, now the
there are
bans.
4 newly forbidden cards in the next advanced format. And they are Nightmare Griffin.
Oh, Nightmare Griffin got banned. Good. Good. Nightmare Griffin is such an annoying fucking card. It's so annoying. This card, I remember the good old Curious Griffin combos you can do with it. Like, use Griffin to, Curious to dump whatever you want, and then you use Griffin to fetch it back. But Griffin, in general, is just so nasty. I know Curious is already banned in TCG, but Griffin itself is also a problem. On top of being able to grab whatever back row you want out of your graveyard by discarding a card, it also is a really nasty lock. Like, it just prevents special summon monsters from activating their effects unless they're linked, which is real annoying. Funny enough, this includes Griffin itself, which is really funny. But, yeah. Griffin getting banned, totally fine with that.
Link Decoder.
Oh, Link Decoder got banned. I need to refresh myself. What Link Decoder is the Link 1, right? That's the Link 1 that Cyber's pile, i.e. circular decks, like using, right? Let me take a quick look. Because I need to remind myself. Yes, it is. It's the Link 1. Good. Fucking good. As a refresher, this lets you summon it for any level 4 or lower Cyber monster. And then when it's sent to the graveyard for a Cyber's Link monster, with 23 or more original attack, you can bring back the Link Coder and go from there. Yeah, the Decoder banishes itself if it revives itself this way, but who cares? It's a free monster, and you can... Like, this card is just so stupid. Like, this was such a dumb Link 1 to exist, especially for Cyber's pile decks. So I'm glad it's gone. I don't know if this puts a stop to Cyber's pile completely now that Circular's back at 1, but it's a start.
Abyss Dweller.
Oh, Abyss Dweller got banned. Good. This card was banned in the OCG, and I wouldn't be surprised they ban it in Master Duel. This card is real stupid with Raziel. Real stupid with any rank 4 turbo deck for that matter. Especially in best of 3 formats. Though I wouldn't be surprised if they banned a Master Duel anyways, even though it's best of 1. Because Abyss Dweller is just evil. It just shuts off any graveyard effect your opponent even attempts to use. Like, this card just shuts off so many decks, it's not even funny. So, Abyss Dweller getting banned, good. And finally...
Bahamut Shark.
Oh, Bahamut Shark got banned. Bahamut Shark. What a crazy card. Raziel used this. I'm pretty sure it was Raziel that used this, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like, basically any deck that has water monsters in it that can spam out rank 4s like nothing could bring out Bahamut Shark, which in turn brings out whatever rank 3 or lower water monster you want. And in most cases, this is totally awesome. They could have banned totally awesome. But I know for a damn fact that TCG will never ban Totally Awesome because they banned Rodentone instead of Totally Awesome to deal with the abuse in sprites. So Bahamut Shark getting banned instead of Totally Awesome, I think, is the call. Bahamut Shark is just such a nightmare of a card design, so I'm fine with this card getting banned. Totally fine with this card getting banned. I have no strong feelings on this ban list one way or another. I mean, we are entering a new format, so I'm curious where things are going to go from there. Like, interestingly, nothing from Fiendsmith got banned. Absolutely nothing Fiendsmith related got banned, but then again, I think... I don't know if it's too soon. People are just growing so tired of Fiendsmith, but they did hit Raziel, they did hit Malice, but the fact that nothing from Fiendsmith got hit is really weird. It's really weird that nothing from Fiendsmith got hit. So that engine is still a thing. Like, I would have been fine with Requiem getting banned, but okay. Interesting hits. A lot of interesting hits. So Fiendsmith are still going to be a factor.
You'll be able to find the complete list of changes on our social media soon, with the complete list updated on the website tomorrow.
All right, I think we can stop there. I love they're doing like a whole Max Headroom like single hijack reference, which is ridiculously niche. Like, my God. But yeah, that is the ban list update. Not much else to say here. It is what it is. And I was here to record my reaction to it. That's all there is to it. So the next thing for me to live react to is the Mario Kart World Direct, which is next week. It's the 15th, I believe. So yeah, not much else for me to say. It is what it is. Don't feel strongly about it one way or another. I'm sure the people who have actually played the TCG formats have more insight on these hits. So yeah, very interesting. It looks like Cyber's Pile is coming back, and True Draco might be a factor again in the TCG. Memento, for the record, Memento Goblin Bikers were the ones that won the whole YCS. So no Memento cards got hit, and nothing from Goblin Biker got hit, which I would have been laughing so hard if they were actually planning to hit anything with that deck, but they didn't. So that's cool. Yeah, interesting. Not much else for me to say at this point. I think I think I could just shut off this video now. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.